Good morning, afternoon, or night, whenever you want to watch this. I know it's bad lighting, but I'm just trying to get as many videos done as possible. But today we're going to talk about multi-step inequalities and compound inequalities. Multi-step inequalities are just like multi-step equations, except we're working with inequalities. Who would have guessed? So this would be like if we had 8 parenthesis x plus 5 parenthesis is greater than or equal to, let's say, 5x plus 25, right? Where, yes, we know how to solve this if it was an equation, but same thing when it's an inequality, right? And just be different, I'll make that a negative. Okay? So what we're going to do here is it's the same way we've been doing problems. What we're going to do is we're going to move variables to one side and move everything else to the other side. So what we're going to do is I'm going to first distribute here. So I get negative 8x minus 40 is greater than or equal to 5x plus 25, right? I did this to get rid of the parentheses. Now I got to move variables from one side to the other. Well, let's move this 5 that way. To do so, I'm going to subtract 5x over here, subtract 5x over here. Boom. Those guys cancel. So I have negative 13x minus 40 is greater than or equal to 25. This is the two-step equation like we've been solving. Add 40, boom. We get negative 13x is greater than or equal to 65. And we divide by negative 13, right? And when we divide by negative, what happens? We flip that inequality sign. And we got our answer right there. And on our number line, it's any number that's less than, right? Boom, that's it, all we're doing, okay? It works the same way. You guys should kind of know how to do it already. I just wanted to cover it to say, hey, it works the same way as an equation, but this time we have variables on both sides. Cool, so you're gonna try one yourself. Why don't we try 10x plus 8 minus 5x is less than, let's go, 12x plus 1. That should work. And you can solve that up. If you solved it, these guys go together. You get 5x plus 8 is less than 12x plus 1. Subtract 8. Oh, let's not subtract 8 yet. Let's subtract 12x. Subtract 12x. So we get negative 7x plus 8 is less than or equal to 1. This is the two-step inequality. Now subtract 8. Negative 7x is less than negative 7. Divide by negative 7. Since we divide by negative, that sign flips. And that's your answer, right? 1, start here, go that way. Boom. If you don't know how to do that, you got to do more practice in multi-step inequalities. But now let's change this to a a this or that. Now, a compound inequality works two ways. You have an and we have an or. So for an and inequality, for an or inequality, they're going to give you two different equations separated by the word or. It means that whatever x is either has to fit one or the other. Sometimes it might be, there are some weird cases where it fits both, but it has to fit one or the other. That being the case, I'm going to have a blue equation. I don't want that to be a 0, I want that to be a 1. And then I'm going to have a red equation. I just got to make sure it works, right? Boom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve my equations one by one. I'm going to solve one equation, then the other. Subtract 1 from each side, just like normal. 5x is less than 10. Divide by 5, divide by 5. I get x is less than 2. Boom. So on my graph, I have a 2, and I know x is less than that. And then I'm going to solve my red equation. My red equation, it works the same way. It's just a two-step equation, well, inequality, I'm sorry. So we get 3x is greater than or equal to 15. And then we're going to divide by 3, divide by 3. And then we get x is greater than or equal to 5. So now we start at 5, color it in, and go that way. So whatever our x is either has to fit the blue equation or the red equation. So if I plug in some numbers, well, if I plug in, let's see if it works. I'm going to make a little chart. If x, yes, oh, that's not a yes, that's an x. If x, yes or no. If x is 1, if x is 4, if x is 8, sure, let's try that. Let's do x is -1, right? If x is -1, is that going to be on either one of the lines? Well, is -1 less than 2? Check, it works. Boom, it works. Yes. Now let's plug in 4. Is 4 less than 2? No, so it won't fit the blue line. Is 4 greater than 5? No, so it won't hit the red line. So it doesn't work. And then we try 8. Is 8 less than 2? No, but we can still check the other one. Is 8 greater than or equal to 5? Yeah, so it'll check. And as we can see, -1 is on my blue line. 4 is in between. And 8 is on my red line. So that's how we can check if it works or not. Okay? Now, let's do the same idea, but with you do it on your own, okay? Let's try it. Let's try that one, okay? And my red equation is going to be let's try that. Now, if you did this, what we do is first on this side, we got to distribute 5x plus, let's actually put that in blue so we can keep track of it. So we get 5x plus 45 is less than or equal to 5. Let's put that line in the middle. Then we subtract 45, right? Because it was just a two-step inequality. 5x is less than or equal to -40. Divide by 5. X is less than or equal to -8. And I won't graph that until I graph the other one with it. Now we're going to do the red equation. I'm going to subtract 9 like I've been doing. -4x is less than 16. And I'm going to divide by -4. And what do I do when I divide by negative, guys? Do you guys remember? Flip the sign. Perfect. Perfect. So I have x is greater than -4. So I got my 2 points. I got a point at -4. And I got a point at -8. -8 is going to have a colored in. Now, x is less than -8. Less is this way. X is greater than 4. Greater than that way. And those are our 2 lines. We have our red line and our red line and our blue line. Now that's for an or. So that means it either has to be on our red line or our blue line. Let's try the same thing, but let's try it for ands. Erase. Boom. Now we have and equations. Oh, let's not put that in red. Put that in black. And means it has to fit both conditions. So this is like if I had 5x plus 1 is greater than or equal to 11. And -2x plus 8 is greater than or equal to, I got to think of a number, so just give me time. negative 2. Let's try that, okay? So I'm going to solve my blue equation like normal. Subtract 1, subtract 1. You guys should already know how to do this. 5x is greater than or equal to 10. Divide by 5. X is greater than or equal to 2. Boom. Now, if I graph that, I go here, color it in, and my blue line goes that way. Now I'm going to do the same thing for my red. I'm going to subtract 8, subtract 8. Negative 2x is greater than or equal to negative 10. Divide by negative 2. When we divide by negative in an inequality, what do we do with that inequality sign? We flip it. And now this starts at 5. Here's a dot. And we go this way. Now, when you see the word and, it means where they overlap. So, we don't care about this part of the line. We don't care about this part of the line. We only care about this part. We only care where they overlap. So a better way to draw this would be put a dot at 2, put a dot at 5, and connect them. That is our valid solution. It is where our blue and our red overlap. And we can test this by using numbers. If I check, let's check some numbers. Let's check negative 1, let's check 3, and let's check 8. Okay? Let's check those 3 numbers. So in a chart, I know it's going to be weird, but in a chart, I'm going to have, this is what my X is. Does it fit blue? Does it fit red? And then does it work for both? Okay, so let's try negative 1, let's try 3, and let's try 8. So let's plug negative 1 in. Is negative 1 greater than 2? Nope. Does not work. Is negative 1 less than 5? It does work. But does it work for both equations? No. And that's why it's not in our green spot. Let's try 3. Is 3 bigger than 2? Check. Is 3 less than 5? Check. So does it work for both? Check. That's why it's in our green section. And lastly, 8. Is 8 greater than 2? Check. Is it less than 5? No. So will it fit both conditions? No. And that's why it's only on our blue line. And that's all we're checking. We're just checking to see if it hits both or not. So you do one by yourself, all right? I hate making these equations. Why do I do this to myself, huh? Negative 10x plus 5 is less than or equal to 25. And let's just check this. I got to see what number would make sense. Let's try that. Try it, see if you get something. Cool. If you did the blue equation, you'd subtract 5, subtract 5. So you get negative 10x is less than or equal to 20. And then divide by negative 10, divide by negative 10. We get x, flip the sign, negative 2. Right? And then we do the same thing for our red equation. Minus 9, minus 9. Negative 4x is greater than or equal to 0, because 9 minus 9 is 0. Divide by negative 4, divide by negative 4. We get x, flip the sign, 0. There's our second one. So we got a spot at 0, and it goes this way. We have a spot at 2, negative 2, and it goes this way. And the only answers are going to be between these 3 numbers. Deal? Perfect. Thank you for watching with me, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye.